Hey, welcome back to Pappy Tinkers. And I'm here today with an update on my buddy build. Hey, welcome back to Pappy Tinkers. Alright, I had to pause there because I've said this 3 times now, and every time I do, Gracie barks, and I have to start all over again. Anyways, okay, since she seems to be done now, I'm back with an update on my 29 Ford buddy build with Tiffany over at Dirt Road Cinderella. And this has taken quite a while. Well, before I get into that, let me get out a couple shop cards real quick. We got Chester Lewis over at Billboard Builds. He sent me his shop card and a small little figure to go along with it to help keep me company on my bench. Chester builds a whole lot of very nice looking models, and make sure you take a moment or two to check out some of his builds and some of his videos if you haven't done so already. I'm sure you'll find a couple really cool ones. I'm not going to tell you which one's my favorite though. And I also got another shout out to my buddy Chris over at Chris's House of Plastic. Gracie. Yes, I know I've already done a shop card, but he sent me some decals that he picked up at the show in See, there she goes. There's that little Gracie Lou just barking and yapping. But he sent me some decals, some STS decals of that he picked up at the show in Tampa a couple weeks ago, and thought I could use them since I'm always building Popo cars and State Trooper cars. And I do have one that for one of my builds that the decals just fell apart as soon as they hit water, so this will be perfect. Think you very much, Chris, and I appreciate another new card. Alright, let me move this camera around and we're going to get back and check out this 29 Ford and my progress on it. Well, luckily for you guys, you didn't see how long this actually took because they went through another barking thing. Very little of this is actually glued together just yet, but you're starting to get the basic idea of where I was going with it. See, everything falls off. So first, like I said before, my intention was to use the Tesla electric motor for this, and I have it most of the way done up, but just before I started filming this I dropped this and broke the back half of the engine off, and I'm still looking for the drive shaft yoke that came out of that. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't find it because, well, that's the way everything else has gone with this kit. I either break it, lose it, or have to grind it. Anyways, a lot of modifications have had to go in to put this motor in here, including an additional cross member for the engine that I made from brass. Plastic was just didn't look right. So I'll probably sand the paint off of this and just have it as brass or gold looking. Had to do a whole lot of grinding to the firewall and the floorboard on this because I didn't want to change the wheelbase. I wanted it to keep the wheelbase pretty close to the same as I could, but because this is so tall in back and so much longer than the original engine, I had to go into the firewall section, and actually a good part of it comes in through here, as you can see. The bed section, this section actually went pretty well. This is still just mocked up, and I've got this brass folding part over here, which is going to hold, let's see, where is it? Oh, I can't find it now. But anyways, this motor also comes with the battery and electrical components for this Tesla motor, and they're going to be mounted back in here to show them off when I want to. So I made this brass cover, this brass, I guess you'd call it a toenail cover, to fold up and show it off. As you can see, I even bent the sheet to match the curves of the top of the bed rails, so that when it's all together and hanging down correctly, it actually looks like it's supposed to. The wheels I'm using from MCV products, and we've about got them together. I've been going through different things trying to get the axles to fit. Oh, and that brings me to a lot of modifications underneath. Grind, test fit, grind, test fit, grind, test fit. We changed out the front suspension to more modern A-frame kind of look. And we changed the back axle to a Ford 9-inch to handle all the torque from that Tesla motor. And had to do a lot of reshaping in this area to get it all to fit. But so far it's looking pretty good. I had to extend the frame a little bit towards the back for this, but that'll be okay because I'm gonna do a trailer mount back here also for the trailer. Oh, the stock wheel wells in the back have been widened by about 1/4 of an inch to accommodate these great big fat back tires that I wanted to use for it. I wanted to retain the stock look, so instead of just making them wider, I also extended the step boards to the side. And I think I've got some stuff that I'm going to use to just a quick peek to make that look a little bit better. You can still see a little bit underneath here of the 1/4 inch strip that I used to widen up these wheel tubs. But I think this is going to go together very nicely. On the cab, it's still not painted yet. I shortened it about 1.5 to 2 inches for the scale, just to make it a little bit more aerodynamic and give myself a little bit more work. But I at least cut it where the seams aren't quite as visible, and you can see where I've been sanding and smoothing this out now. You can see it better on the inside. I figured that was easier than cutting the A and B pillars. But I forgot about the doors. So when I went to test fit the doors, they're just a little bit too tall, and they won't shut now because the doors are too tall. Okay, I'll use the shorter doors that came with it. Well, maybe not, because they don't fit at all. My most valuable tool in all this process has been this Bay ESP grinder. I have used the heck out of this for this build, grinding everywhere. This has certainly been one of my best tool purchases last year. I meant to make a video of best tool purchases, and this was definitely going to be in the top 10. This is a great little thing. 3 speeds, USB charged. I'm really digging this. Let's see. We got some custom two-tone seats that we're going to be putting in here. I think those turned out pretty good. I want to flatten them out a little bit more just to give it that better sheen. I might even put some flocking in it, but that's some nice detail in the upholstery on the inside. Alright, what else have I got going on with this thing? Still got some stuff that's been fusion firmed chrome to put on it. I'm planning on using the grill, but I haven't found. I want something in here that maybe will let a little bit of this show. I'm still looking around for it. If I can find a place to mount the battery, I might have a little light in there just to show it off too. But we've done a lot of test fitting with just about every way. At one point I had the engine covers so that it could actually, you could lift up the sides of the engine. Went through and did all that hinge work so that they can fold up. But I think the way that this is, I like being able to see the whole engine instead of having it half covered up. I think this, because this is so different and such an unusual thing, that it should be all there instead of half covered up. What do you guys think? Or if you guys have some different ideas on where I should go with the rest of this build, put them down there in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And Tiffany, hopefully you know I haven't been totally sleeping on the job, waiting for the magical fairies to come up and build this while I was sleeping. Hopefully very soon we'll have this part done. Alright, that's enough for this time. We'll see you next time on Pappy Tinkers.
Whether you're painting model cars, armor, big rigs, t-shirts, or even people, Gallery has the right products for you. Don't forget to use code PappyTinkers at checkout for 10% off.